God is perfection in action. God is in doing small little things perfectly. Because God is not mediocrity. God is not just doing things in whichever way we can. God is the perfect manifestation of creation. In fact, God created the creation as His perfect manifestation. And therefore, in that image, God created man as a perfect image of the perfect manifestation. And therefore, how can God, which is nothing but man, how can that man do anything which is not perfect? It is not in the nature of man to be a mediocre, to just do things for the sake of doing it. Man has to act and do things in the perfection of his or her own nature. And therefore, when you operate out of that true state of being, which is whole and complete and perfect in all respects, what comes out is only perfection. And when we do things only for the sake of doing it, then we are not fully connected to it. Our heart is not involved. We're just doing it either because it's a duty or because somebody is forcing us to do it. It's not an expression of our happiness. It's not an expression of our being. But when you do things from the center of your being, for the love of doing it, for the joy that that action brings to you, every action will be perfect. Because you're not doing it either as a burden or a duty or a sense of responsibility, or if somebody is forcing you to do it, but you're doing it because that is who you are. And that is how you do things. And that is what differentiates you from everybody else. And that perfection is the fragrance that you leave behind for others. And when everybody starts to imbibe that perfection and it starts to creep into their way of life, then know that you are beginning to reach your own center. Is there anybody who does not like when things are perfectly placed? When you see those beautiful towels and with there in the center a beautiful flower in it, or when you see a bed nicely made with a chocolate or a flower over there, when you see somebody beautifully arranging flowers in a room, we all love it because it's an expression of beauty. It's an expression of joy. That's why we say, our Vedas have said, this life is about Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. It's truth. It's auspicious. And it's the truth which is auspicious. There is a sense of beauty to it. And what is this truth? The truth is that we are divine beings. We are God. We are a perfect manifestation of this creation. That is the truth. And what can be more auspicious and holy than that? Rituals are not holy. Trying to make an external being holy is not holiness. The holiness is the creative life force, that Durga, that Shakti is not outside of us. Outside is just an image that we see. But that which is auspicious, that creative mother is inside us as that life force, which expresses itself as perfection. And that perfection, when it manifests as that Devi, as that mother, that brings beauty in this life. It gladdens our heart when we see that beauty, and we become joyous, and we experience that innate nature of ours, which is happiness. Because all of us are seeking this happiness. Life is about experiencing this happiness at all times, not only at certain times. And that is what God is, that is what man is, and that is where we are all going. So that anything which is not a perfect expression of creation, we should not be satisfied with it. And we reach that pinnacle. We keep challenging ourselves. We keep, raising the bar. We keep going up and fixing higher and higher standards for ourselves. Because it's a game. Because there is enjoyment in doing that. And therefore you see magically everything that you will do will just be so beautiful. The food you will make will be tasty. The way you will do everything will start happening because the work that you do will carry the fragrance of perfection in it. And God lies in perfection. God lies in beauty. And it's the expression of love. It's the expression of the mother. This is the Durga. This is the Prema. This is the sign that we are waiting for. Live it as a part of your life. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.